Welcome to PLMin10, everything you wanted to know about SAP PLM 10 minutes at a time. In this episode, we're going to take a look at innovation management and see if this is the next big idea from SAP. It's been over a year now since SAP released innovation management. It's enterprise idea community that lets users submit ideas, vote on ideas, and on the back end, it lets innovation managers create campaigns, assess proposed solutions, and even seek out experts to weigh in and contribute to solving problems. Tackling innovation is always a difficult proposition for any company. Innovation is the lifeblood that sustains growth and profitability. Likewise, as difficult as creating a software solution that is trying to harness an innately creative, fuzzy, and unharnessable process. This is not SAP's first attempt. There was the XPD, or product definition, from the SAP era, then more recently codename Edison, which ultimately never saw general availability. With innovation management, SAP seems to be onto something. Let's take a look at the UI here for a typical contributor in the idea community. The main architecture or navigation gives users access to ideas, which we're currently looking at, campaigns with targeted goals that ideas are associated with, and then walls, which are like freeform creative space that can live independent of ideas and campaigns, or they can be linked to them as well. When you log in, you can see we default to the ideas section, and the sub-navigation breaks down into all ideas, ideas that I've submitted, ideas that I've already evaluated, as well as ideas that are pending my evaluation, and any open ideas for voting. All in all, it's intuitive, uncluttered, and borrows from the everyday user experience that people see and interact with on the web. And by enabling an enterprise community like this, companies can bridge silos across functions and business units and locations. This increases the effectiveness of picking the right ideas to move forward into product development. So I'm just going to filter on the top vote getters here, and you can see each idea is presented or represented by a block, and it's associated with a campaign denoted by the colored tab along the top, like service innovation, sustainable value chain, or improved nutrition, etc. And we'll take a closer look at campaigns in a minute. Some other things to note: innovation management adopts familiar concepts from social media and blogging environments like tagging. Tagging allows users to explore different navigational paths and associate or identify similar ideas that may not necessarily be assigned to the same campaign. So when ideas are submitted, you see the campaign name, you see the title of the idea, an indicator of where the idea is in the evaluation process or workflow, as well as information on votes and comments. So let's click on this idea here, lightweight packaging materials. When it comes in, you can see all the header information and any description around it, any attachments with the sections on the running results of evaluations as well as my evaluations. So you can see here the risk-reward assessment and how the results from the evaluations have been rolled up into this report. You can also look at any similar ideas identified in the system to see where one idea might benefit or be improved from other concepts instead of reinventing the wheel. Again, this is the tagging concept, being able to relate similar ideas that are entered into the system. Now let's move over to campaigns, and the view is sorted accordingly. And when you drill down into one, let's pick sustainable product design, for example. You can see how the campaign manager has set up the content to outline the goals for the campaign and any approach and any other relevant media needed to help guide the participants brainstorming. Then the ideas fall in below that. And lastly, let's move over to walls on this side. And again, looking at walls, this is really a free-form canvas for users to create and save thinking. There's a set of standard objects that they can use. So we'll just take a basic headline, just to show how the functionality works. You can then incorporate external media if you want, things that you find on the web. So I'll just take I'll take a video clip and we'll put in a previous PLMin10 on packaging specs, just to show how the functionality works. So this might be an area where, if you're working on a new idea, you're assigned to a campaign, you can just go out, find resources, clippings, save notes until you're ready to submit an idea. So it's pretty simple. So let's just jump back to ideas, and we'll go to the My Ideas section just to show that we haven't really submitted any ideas in the system yet. Because what we're going to do is show how, when you're coming up with ideas, you're not necessarily sitting in front of your desktop or your laptop to create the idea. So innovation management has a mobile interface. So let's jump over to an iPad mini here, and we're just going to show how the idea submission works within innovation management. In the mobile launchpad, you'll notice you have access to the Fiori style tiles, to ideas, your campaigns, evaluations, just like in the desktop interface. And once you dig in, you can see that it's a very similar browsing experience to what we had walked through earlier in the demonstration. Now we'll go back and just let's browse campaigns just to see what campaigns look like as well. Again, similar experiences to what was shown prior. So let's go to create an idea. So for instance, say we are not at our desk working on a prototype, perhaps building a prototype, and our idea here is to create a USB drive that uses recycled materials. So we give our idea a title, and then once you do that, any campaigns that you are assigned to as a user are going to appear in the drop down below that. So we can assign this one to the Sustainable Product Design Challenge, and then any notes or information you want to attach to it at that point, you can, because you can always come back and edit the idea. So we'll just say we're going to be using recycled cardboard in our design. In addition to just descriptions, you can, if you created a physical prototype, you want to take a picture of it, you can use the camera and take a photo. For this demo, I'm just going to use an image I found on the web and have on the camera roll. And that uploads and saves to our new idea. And there we have our prototype. And then we click Save. And now you can see on our tile we have one new idea under My Ideas. When we flip back over to the desktop version and refresh ideas, you can see that it now shows up under My Ideas as a draft. So if we wanted to add some additional information before we actually submit the idea and start the review or evaluation process, we can. So we'll go down, and what we can do here is there's the walls, and we had created a wall earlier, and it included that packaging video. Maybe that's appropriate for this idea, so we can assign it to this idea. If we want to add a cover page or a cover photo to our idea, we can just drag over our prototype picture, and that's now assigned to the idea. Again, you can go back and edit the description if you want. If there was a co-author on the idea, you can search and find them and add them to the idea as well. And then we just hit submit. You can see we get the dialog box, hit OK. And now our idea is out of draft and released to the system. And we can go down to the campaign that we assigned it to and see that our idea has now included with the other ideas under Sustainable Product Design Challenge. And that's it for this episode of PLMin10. Questions, feedback, topic suggestions, please feel free to contact us at watchit@plmin10.com, on Twitter @plmin10, or by visiting us at Linx-AS.com.